Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. Let's start today's video with a great story of management being stupid and what came out of it. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Here we go. The manager has been fired. I recently started working at a company specializing in high-end CNC work. Think aerospace, automotive, and defense contracts that run in 3 shifts, 24 hours a day, so they can keep the machines running. This is not my malicious compliance, but rather past compliance that I was told about that I'm now reaping the benefits of. When I started, I was told that employees were free to take their 30-minute paid lunch whenever they wanted. How nice, I thought, a company that's not micromanaging. After talking with some of the old-timers, I discovered the reason this policy was put into place. Some background first. A CNC machine is essentially an automated mill. You stick a metal billet or casting into it, it does some magic, and a machined part is created. Lots of cuts made, holes drilled, and tapped, all very precisely. This process can take minutes or hours based on how precise machining takes place. Generally, the more expensive the part, the more time spent on the machine. The story is that a new manager was hired several years ago and immediately set about improving production. Apparently, part of their grand plan was having everyone take their lunches at exactly the same time so as to provide accountability. Since everyone was taking lunches at various times, the theory was that people taking 32 minutes instead of 30 was costing productivity, and thus could be improved. No one actually had any record of these 32-minute breaks, but they must have been going on, right? Since most of the processes took longer than 30 minutes, people would take their break so that they had just placed a part in, went on lunch, then came back to continue the job, mostly checking that the previously made part was within tolerance as the CNC machine worked through the time spent on break. The new system meant that people would take their lunches and the machines were left in downtime, the most dreadful thing an owner can imagine. No one there to put new parts into the machine means machines not running, which means parts not being completed, which means money not being made. People would stop work at precisely lunchtime, regardless of if that meant the machine would stand idle without a part to work on. Machinists would arrive precisely 30 minutes later to start up again. Since the longer processes were the most affected, the most expensive parts were the heaviest hit. Production slumped, shipments got delayed, customers were angry, and eventually the new manager was fired. The policy was returned to its original, take it whenever, just please don't let the machine stop form. And our second story. Life ban. So a little backstory. Earlier this year, I was working in a call center for a company that provided maintenance services like mechanics or plumbers to people on welfare. They'd call us up, apply for credit, set up deductions from their welfare payments, and we'd organize their maintenance as soon as possible. Now, working in a call center dealing only with callers on welfare sounds like it would be hell. Surprisingly, 95% of our customers were great and really thankful for the service. Mostly, they were just receiving a family payment or something like that, but still worked part-time or full-time. A further 4.9% were not easy to deal with, but I like to think that I was good at my job, and we got there in the end. But there's always that 1 in 1,000 customer who makes you question what's wrong with humanity. This is the story of one such customer, D-Bag. So it's Sunday evening at 4:45 when D-Bag calls. He's a bit blunt, but not unpleasant at first. He needs his car fixed, so we go through the application process. It's pretty simple, like what payment do you receive, how much per fortnight, stuff like that. We get to the end, he's all approved. We just have the terms and conditions left to run through before it's all put through. Me. Okay, D-Bag, we just need to run through some terms and conditions and we'll finalize your order. D-Bag. Yup, when do I take my car in? Me. Once the order goes through, we'll send you some paperwork in an email. You can e-sign it and send it back. We'll also need confirmation from Centerlink that your deductions are set up correctly, then we'll organize a time. If you can get that paperwork done and the payment set up tonight, Centerlink will confirm with us tomorrow, and we should have a time by Thursday or Friday at the very latest. DB: Friday? What the F am I supposed to do until Friday? F: I knew you CS were a effing waste of time. Me, trying to be sympathetic: Yeah, sorry, DB. I know it's not ideal, but unfortunately that's the company policy. I can't do anything better than Thursday. Very sorry for the inconvenience. DB: F you, don't give me that bullcrap. Now at this point, I hung up. The company has a zero abuse policy and a 3-strike policy. Third offense, and you can no longer receive services from us. The time's now 4:58 p.m., and after that, I figure he's not interested, so I add a note to his file about the abuse and close it up. At 4:59 p.m., it rings again. DB: As if nothing happened. Yeah, Thursday will have to do, I guess. Me: Oh, I'm sorry, I closed your file off. We'll just have to run through the application process again, but we should be able to get it done a lot quicker this time. DB: You effing see? You did this deliberately. I'll effing come down there. Me: DB, you're abusing me again. I'm going to disconnect the call, and I'll let you know now that we have a 3-strike policy, so if you abuse the next person you talk to, you'll be blacklisted. I hang up. It's 5 p.m., and I head home. So the following morning, I roll into work at 11 a.m. for the late shift, and my boss is grinning the minute she sees me. DB tried calling back after the phones diverted to voicemail the night before and requested a callback. Because of the 2 reports of abusive behavior, my manager called him back. He complained and asked that the calls be listened to because I was unprofessional. She promised she would and started the application process with him again, but today was a little different. We'd introduced credit checks starting that morning, and you guessed it, DB was not approved. He went on a tirade and got himself blacklisted. After my manager listened to the calls, she waited for me to come in and let me hit the blacklist button. I will never understand the rudeness of some people towards others who were genuinely trying to help them. And our last story. Entitled mommy demands money from me. To bring everyone up to speed, my mother had an affair that resulted with her having my half-brother and sister. Parents got divorced, and she kicked me to the curb and married her sugar daddy. Now my sister's about to graduate, and she wants me to hand over some money from my inheritance because sugar daddy won't give my sister an allowance for college to spend on booze and whatever else, or, well, that's what I think she'll spend it on anyway. I'd received $93K from my grandpa, spent $27K on a tractor before putting the rest aside, and spent the past 2 years adding to it until I was at $79K. I took all but $10K from my savings, bought a used no-till seeder and offset disc for $18K, and invested the rest for my future farm purchases. Now on with the show. It was a lovely day on the farm. My dad was out plowing. I'm hauling manure. I got Def Leppard playing in the tractor, a decent buzz off a Copenhagen wintergreen, and thinking about Hardee's commercials, just living life and taking another load out to the field when my mom's effing Porsche pulls up into the farm, blocking my way. She rolls her window down, honks her horn, and waves at me to come talk. I hop off the tractor and yell out, "I'm not a lapdog. If she wants to talk, she needs to get out and come say what she wants face to face." She makes a show about getting out, and to my surprise, my sister came with her this time. My sister is very much like my mom when it comes to looks. Too much highlight, spray on tan to the point of orange looks pale, and more makeup than 10 circus clowns put together. Me: Well, looks like Amber Heard left a surprise in my driveway. Will you be climbing into the spreader, or will I need to grab the skid steer and dump you guys in? Entitled mom: You will not talk to me that way. I'm your mother, and you will respect that. Me: Nah, you're more like a surrogate to me than a mom. She wrinkles her nose at me and exchanged looks of disgust with my sister. EM: You know what we're here for, so why don't you do us a favor and make it quick? Me: I want to hear it from my sister's mouth, not yours. What is it that you want from me? Entitled sister: I want the money that was supposed to be for me. Me: I don't know what you're talking about. What money? ES: You know exactly what I'm talking about. The money that... Me. Oh, that money. Blame Mommy Dearest for writing the wrong D and lying about it. EM. Don't talk like that about me. I am your mother. Me. F off with that bullcrap. You know damn well what you did, and now you're just mad that my grandpa wouldn't give your hellspawns what was promised before the truth came out. ES. Are you going to give me what I'm owed? Me. You can have my chaw. It's lost the flavor. I take the chew out from my mouth and held it out for her. Both she and my mom started gagging like they're about to vomit. I threw it to the ground in front of their feet, making it fall apart everywhere and onto their shoes. I'm just having a good time. I then asked my sister why she wants the money so badly. ES. Because I don't want to work at some McDonald's or something while I'm in college. I can't stand being around people like you. Me. What's wrong with people like me? I like people like me. ES. You're not sophisticated enough, that's why. You wear rags, and I see you've taken to growing a mullet. Disgusting. Me. Hey now, don't be judging my cougar magnet. Also, I think you should work so you can learn proper people skills, which I see you're lacking. ES. I am not. EM. Just give us the money and we'll be on our way. Me. I can't. I don't have it anymore. EM. Why don't you have it? You didn't go to college or spend on anything from what I can see. Me. Well, it's kind of embarrassing. I don't want to talk about it. ES. What did you spend it on? Me. If you insist. There was this heavy-set stripper named Rosie with these massive 42 double Ds that I had a thing for. She claimed to love me, and I fell for it. Now I'm broke. EM. You're a liar. Just give us the money. Me. I'm telling the truth, I swear. I don't have it. ES. Bullcrap. Give it to me. EM. Yes, give it to your sister. Or else. Me. How about I stomp in some calf crap and shove my boot so far up both your butts you can taste it? EM. Why do you keep disrespecting us? Me. Why don't you two, no good for nothing GD whores, get the F off my property? There was some fighting after I lost my cool. They then left in a huff, middle fingers in the air, calling me everything under the sun. I quickly grabbed a handful of dirt and threw it at the car as they peeled out. When my dad came home from the field later, I told him what happened, and he was PO'd, but thought it was kind of funny at the same time. If she comes back, remind her that she has a lovely Porsche she could sell and downgrade to a less expensive car so she could get money to give her daughter to blow on whatever crap she'd like. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.